Hey sirens, y'all know I love to start with a question. So today I want to ask you, what happens when nobody claps? Do you stop showing up? Now, just sit with that for a moment. Don't answer it yet. I want you to carry that question through this whole episode because by the end of it, you might answer it differently. So, I want to be honest with you guys about something that happened not that long ago. I was looking at my analytics. You know the numbers I mean. The views, the likes, comments, and follows, and I felt this heaviness creep in. A discouragement that I didn't ask for and definitely didn't invite. And it wasn't just numbers are low, it was thoughts like maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe nobody actually needed this message, or maybe I missed my moment. And I stopped myself and thought, wait, since when did a number get to decide if my work has meaning? That's what we're really talking about today. Not just social media, not just content creation, we're talking about something deeper. Who gets to decide your worth and whether your purpose depends on somebody clapping for it or not? Because here's the truth. The applause is not always guaranteed, and if your purpose depends on constant validation, you will feel yourself collapse every time the room gets quiet. But this isn't just about creators. If you don't post content, stay with me anyways because analytics is just one version of a scoreboard. Everyone has one.
You've reached the Secret Society's Unfiltered AF hotline.
At the tone, please record your message.
Hey sides, it's your girl Sycrett, and the line is now open. So we were talking about scoreboards, right? Maybe yours looks like a promotion you didn't get, or a relationship that didn't respond how you anticipated, a friendship that faded, a parent's approval you still want. Maybe it's a body that you're trying to change, money you're trying to reach, healing that feels too slow, or success you thought you'd have by now. We say things like, I don't care what people think, but be honest, we didn't escape the scoreboard. We just changed it. The metric changes, the mechanism doesn't. Ultimately, it's still external validation telling us we're okay. So when I ask what happens when nobody claps, I'm not just asking creators. I'm asking you. What happens when the promotion doesn't come? What happens when the relationship doesn't validate you? When the healing isn't linear? When the results don't match your effort? Do you stop showing up? That is the real question. And I don't want to rush past this part because I think most of us live here more than we want to admit. Look at it like this. Have you ever posted something and checked your phone 5 minutes later, then 10 minutes later, then refreshed it again like the outcome would change? Have you ever deleted something you were proud of because it didn't perform the way you hoped? Have you ever felt that quiet embarrassment of putting something into the world and getting nothing back? I've done all of it, and for a long time I thought that meant something was wrong with me. But here's what I understand now. Applause has become emotional oxygen for a lot of us, not because we're weak, but because we were conditioned that way. One notification at a time, we started outsourcing how we feel about ourselves. And here's the part that should make you pause. How easily strangers, people who don't know your life, your effort, your history, can change your mood for an entire day. Now, that's not something to feel shame about. That's something to notice. And I want to ask you something else gently. When was the last time you felt good about something you made before anyone reacted to it? Not after the likes, not after the comments, before. Just you and that thing you created. Now, let's slow this down because this part matters. I used to say this. If 1 million people viewed my podcast, but none of them came back saying it impacted them, versus one person who came back and said it changed their life, I would rather keep going for the one person. So I want to ask you, if you had to choose between those two outcomes, what would you choose? And don't answer with the version that sounds right. Answer honestly, because your answer will tell you a lot about what you're actually chasing. For me, I know what I value. I choose the one person every time, not because attention doesn't feel good, but because attention fades. Impact doesn't. And here's what we don't talk about enough. How many people have you impacted without ever knowing it? How many people heard something you said and it stayed with them, and you'll never get a message about it? That kind of impact doesn't come with notifications. It comes with silence, and that silence isn't emptiness, it's unseen meaning. Think about your own life. The people who changed you the most probably don't even know they did. A sentence someone said, a moment of kindness, someone who stayed when they could have left, most of that goes unacknowledged. And the same is true for you, which is why quiet seasons feel so misleading. We think silence means failure, but what if it doesn't? What if the quiet season isn't punishment, but it's preparation? What if consistency has to be built before visibility arrives? What if discipline has to exist before recognition shows up? Because visibility doesn't create character, it reveals it. And if you can't show up without applause, you won't be able to sustain yourself when it comes. I think about the seasons where nothing was happening, no validation, no momentum, no applause, and I thought I was stuck, but I wasn't. I was becoming. Nobody builds discipline in front of a crowd. Nobody builds consistency when it's being celebrated. That happens in silence. So if you're in that season, don't rush out of it. Ask what it's building in you, because if you only know how to keep going when you're seen, you will stop when you're not. And life guarantees that those moments will come. So here's the truth. If your purpose depends on applause, you will eventually stop. But if your purpose is rooted deeper than being seen, you won't. You'll keep going quietly and consistently, even when nobody notices. So today, before you check the numbers, before you look for validation, before you decide if what you have to say matters, ask yourself, did I show up? Did I do what I said I would do? Did I give what I had to give today? Because that's the only metric you control, and the only ones that don't disappear when the room gets quiet. Maybe nobody's clapping today. Keep building anyway. Maybe nobody commented. Keep serving anyways. Maybe nobody noticed. Become the kind of person who doesn't need them to. Purpose isn't proven by applause. Purpose is proven by consistency. And one day, the room might get louder than you ever imagined. But if applause is what you built your identity on, you won't survive the quiet days. And there will always be quiet days. As we go through this week, I want you to build something that outlives the noise. Don't confuse a lack of applause with a lack of purpose. My sirens and sires, until next time, be you, be unshakable, and be unfiltered AF. The line is now closed.